Hi, my name is Kaylee and we will be talking about shoulder opening and some quadricep hip flexor opening today. So if you have really tight shoulders and hips, this is the perfect opportunity to see how far we can go. And essentially you want to move into each movement as slowly as you need to, so we don't hurt ourselves. So let's start at the top of our mat, and I hope you enjoy. So let's start at the top of our mat in Tadasana. And instead of lifting your toes and just feeling the four corners of your feet, really ground down into your toes here. It's really important so that we can actually engage the quadriceps instead of putting all of the weight into your joint. And when you sit or you stand here, you're going to stand with a neutral spine. You don't need to tuck any tailbones or anything like that. Just allow the neutrality of the spine to feel good and comfortable. And as you inhale, you're going to turn the palms forward, shoulders draw back, and eyes can close. Now let's just take a couple of moments and ground into not only your feet, but into your mat, into your space. Breath is just as important as the postures. If we don't have our breath, then our body gets tense, we can get colder, we can stress a lot more, and that's when parts of our body can get injured. So as you inhale next breath, we're going to take in an even deeper inhale. And then exhale. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Inhale, let's lift our arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Starting to weight into your toes and into your heels, allow your head to let go. You can nod it and shake it and nod it. You always want to end on a good note. And as you start to lengthen your hips up, you can always keep a bend in your knees. Inhale, we're going to come to a flat back, belly button draws in. Exhale, plant your palms down and step back to plank. So in your plank, you really want to make sure your abdominals are drawing into the spine, your head's the highest point, and you can just start to warm up here. And taking a few deep breaths in, exhaling out. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to come to a halfway push-up. Inhale, we're going to come into an upward facing dog. As you exhale, start to lift your hips up. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Now when you ground down into downward dog, you want to make sure your hips are at your highest point. They're your peak. Your body is a mountain. Your navel draws in and you're pressing and lifting your hips up on a diagonal. You can walk out in your dog, left heel and then right, bending opposite knees. Keep the navel drawing in, take a deep breath here. Exhale out. Now walking to the back of your mat with your hands, keep your heels drawing into the floor. Feel the length within your hamstring. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground down into your toes. Lift your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. This time we're going to interlace our fingertips behind us. Draw knuckles down. Inhale. Exhale, bend at your knees, hinge from your hips, draw your knuckles forward. Yoga Mudra. With your hands behind your back, you're going to imagine two magnets drawing together. Most of the time, we feel most comfortable here. That's completely understandable, especially with how open our shoulders might be. This is as far as we can go. But if you can try and draw the palms closer and closer together, it's going to be a lot easier for your shoulders to open up, stay open. Shoulders need to relax though. So take 2 more breaths here. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, walk forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do this one more time. Breathing in. Exhale out. Inhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Bend your knees, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, knuckles down, chest opens. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips. Knuckles come over your head. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your arms, sink your seat. Chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms or palms down to the floor, look forward. Exhale, walk forward. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your downward dog, you're gonna lift your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend at your knee, stack your right hip. Feel anchored in both hands. Draw your left heel down. Inhale, three-legged dog, square off your hips. Exhale, right foot right between your hands. Step lightly here. Knee is over the ankle. Really ground down into your toes here. Use your quadriceps. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, shoulders relax. Take one more big breath here. Exhale. Now turn your back heel down, right arm comes forward, warrior two. Front knee wants to draw towards the pinky toe to protect the meniscus. Take a big breath here. Exhale. Front heel wants to align with your back arch. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So you draw your right hand back now. Press your left hand into your glute to feel the side body really open up. Front knee stays bent. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, come back to warrior two. As you exhale, draw the right hand down, left hand draws up. So now we're gonna stack our shoulders, which can be really tricky, especially if our shoulders are feeling off for a day. Maybe you're in that day too. From here, inhale. Exhale. Now left hand's gonna come down to meet your right, and you're gonna walk your hands all the way out to the left. They can come off your mat, your fingertips can tent, or your palms can be down. What we're imagining is you're doing a downward facing dog, but your quadricep is feeling a little burn. Take a big breath here. Exhale out. Right hand can now come to the back of your heel as long as you're feeling nice and comfortable. Left hand can walk in. Take a big breath here. Exhale. From this position, right hand's gonna come back to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale. Left arm reaches high, inhale. Exhale, hand comes down again. Turn your left toes towards the left corner of your mat. Right hip draws back, left hip draws forward. You can always use blocks here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Legs are long, heels are down. Inhale. Exhale. Stepping your left foot forward. Inhale, forward fold, flat back first. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Bend your knees, sink your seat. Exhale. Inhale, lift your arms, chair. Exhale, hands can come to your heart. As long as your shoulders are feeling comfortable, you can keep your arms lifted. Inhale. Again, neutral spine, draw down into your toes. Feel the difference of using your joints versus using your quadriceps. Using your joints, your toes are gonna lift, you're gonna feel a little ache in your knees. Toes draw down, you're weighting your quadriceps, using your quadriceps more. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, knuckles draw down. Exhale, bend your knees. Really hinge from the hips. Draw the knuckles forward. Inhale here. Exhale. More of an exhale you have. Navel draws in. Maybe your head comes right between your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release your hands, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back on your next inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hip, right heel draws down. Inhale, three-legged dog, hips are squared. Exhale, left foot right between your hands. Ground down into the toes, knees over ankle. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you feel a little shaky, maybe you don't today. You can always use the wall. Shoulders relax. Palms face in, pinkies draw together. Inhale. As you exhale, warrior two, back heel comes down, left hand forward. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Really sending the left hand back behind you, right hand into your glute. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, hand comes down. Really sending the right hand high now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right hand comes to the right side of your mat. Left hand matches. Palms can be tented or hands can be completely down. Hips drop back. Front knee stays over the ankle. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale here. Exhale. Now your left palm can actually come behind your heel. Right hand can come inside or on the mat. Feeling the weight, feeling the burn maybe into your quadricep. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand can come to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, right arm high again. Exhale, hand come down to the floor. You can then, from this position, tent your fingertips, turn your right toes in, legs long, right hip draws forward, left hip draws back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Heels are down. Walking your toes in, your right toes in more is going to make this a little bit more accessible. Foot back makes it harder. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in, inhale. Exhale. From here, bend into your front knee. Right foot draws forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sink your seat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, come all the way up, chair pose. Exhale, bend into the knees a little more. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, arms behind you, knuckles draw down. Inhale here, open the chest. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips. Drawing your hands forward more and more. Inhaling. Exhale out. Last breath in, inhale. As you exhale, hands come to the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot right between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, front palm lifts. Exhale, reverse your warrior. As you inhale, come back to warrior two. This time we're gonna exhale, hand comes behind your back. Draw your knuckles down, and then exhale, humble warrior. So you can either place your right shoulder on the quadricep or place it right next to the quadricep. A little bit more of a burn on the second option. Inhale here. As you exhale, hands can come down to the floor. Arms long. Exhale, forward fold. Right hand can come to the behind the heel. Left hand can come right onto the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Right palm can now turn up. Maybe reach your left palm behind you. Find Sound of Music hands, I like to call them, so it looks kind of like you're crimping your fingertips. Inhale here, open your chest, left shoulder over right. Exhale. Hands can come down on your next inhale. Turn your left toes forward, heels connect. Inhale, hips really trying to square off here. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid. Take one more big breath here, inhaling. Maybe flat back. Exhale, forward fold. You can always use a block here, maybe grabbing it now. Left hand comes on top of the block. Inhale, right arm reaches high, stacking the shoulders if you can. Exhale, squaring off the hips more. Inhale here. Maybe exhale, right hand comes behind you, trying to find the left hip. Maybe even find the left hip crease. Inhale here. Exhale out. Inhale, right arm high again. Exhale, right hand down. Maybe moving the blocks out of the way. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot draws forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sink your seat, inhale, chair. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, knuckles draw down. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms down. Place your feet back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Bend your knees. Stack your hips, scorpion's tail. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot right between your hands. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, front palm lifts. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, shoulders relax. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, hands come behind you. Yoga mudra, arms back. Inhale, chest opens, front knee bends. Exhale, left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Inhale here. Exhale. One last breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the right side of your mat. Palms can be tented or down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Left hand can come right behind the heel. Inhale here, right hand walks in. Exhale. Maybe the left palm turns up. Right arm can reach back behind you. Stack the shoulders over each other. Then start to draw your shoulders into that bent leg. Sound of music hands, I like to call them, or crimping your fingertips together again. Inhale. Exhale. Last big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands down. Frame your foot. Right toes point to the right side of your mat. Hips square off. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Right hand comes to a block. Maybe you have it. Maybe you just need to tent the fingertips high. Inhale, left arm high. Stacking shoulders, hips squared. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arm higher. Exhale, hands come down to the floor again. Move the block. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot comes forward. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, let go. Inhale, bend the knees, sink your seat. Lift the arms, chair. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come behind you. Open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge the hips. Inhale here. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Release your hands, inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips, scorpion's tail. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your palm or flip your palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, humble warrior. Palms together, shoulders down, knuckles forward. Inhale, right hand comes down right next to the right foot. Exhale, hands come behind you for the bind. Shoulders drop back. Inhale here. Exhale. Hands come down, frame the front foot. Inhale, left toes point to the left corner. Exhale, pyramid. Left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, hand come down to the floor or to a block. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Hands come down to the floor. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms back behind you. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, hands come forward. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms down. Step or hop back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips, scorpion's tail. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot right between your hands. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, humbled warrior. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, left palm down, right arm rises. Exhale, arm bind if you like it. Shoulders stack, shoulders lean back now. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down, right toes point forward. Inhale, pyramid. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, hand come down. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sink your seat. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Open up your feet this time. Exhale, bend your knees. Malasana squat. So my favorite part about Malasana, heels are gonna stay down. You can walk out your heels as wide as you need to. Toes draw out, hips draw down. It's almost like you're trying to find the floor with your seat, but we're never gonna touch. Elbows hug into the inner parts of the thigh. Thigh really hugs into the elbows. When you press your hands together, you'll feel this really strong balance point. Shins might be active here. When you sit and you can sway, this might be quite a challenge. This might feel really good. My hope is it feels really good. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. One more big breath here. Exhale. As you close your eyes, finding your balance, maybe you continue to sway. Exhale. So if we're out of breath, if our heart's pumping really hard right now, we know we were holding our breath. That's a really great indicator. So take a few more breaths here if you need to. Maybe you find stillness, which can be the most challenging. Take one more big breath here. Exhale. From this position, we're going to plant our palms down, lift our hips up, draw your toes forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. As we forward fold here, you might want to take the blocks one more time. Allow your head to go, your shoulders to release. Hands are on top of the block. Your hips stay high, navel draws in. Really weighting all four corners of your feet, but also your toes ground down into them. There's this meditation I really love to do where I imagine that my sacrum, the top part of my hips, there's a wave that's just going to relax the rest of my spine. And the minute I feel that meditation here, I can actually draw my head closer right between my knees. Take one more big breath here. Allow that wave to just release the spine. Inhale now to a flat back. Exhale, knees come down, nice and gently. Tops of the feet come down to the floor. Let's sit back in hero's pose. Hands can come to the tops of your thighs. Shoulders release back behind you. Hopefully the shoulders feel like they have found their space more back instead of our belay back or our boulders back where we draw our shoulders forward. So we open up the chest. Have almost like a courageous heart. Hands can come to the thighs. So hero's pose for a few breaths here. So we really engage the thighs. Let's hope we're gonna get to stretch them a little bit more here. So we're gonna go into it's reclining hero's pose. It's gonna be a little bit different than maybe you're used to. The farther we get to the floor, the harder this is gonna be. If your knee starts to draw up, which you'll see it in a second, then we wanna come up a step. So from this position, what you're gonna do is actually take your right foot, place it down to the floor, and then find your seat behind you. With your left foot right next to your left glute and your right knee bent, your foot is planted on the floor, your knee wants to drop up, your right knee does. You'll take your hands behind and now start to walk down onto your forearms. So some of you might stay up, hands draw into the floor, arms are strong and long. This might feel perfect. This might feel really, really good, or you might start to feel a pull within the quadricep. This also gets into the hip flexor and psoas muscles, so please just be gentle. With all the hiking that we do to crags, to different areas, maybe you just like to hike in general, we really need to stretch our quadriceps. So this is a great, great way to, but again, this is gonna be a little bit more intense here. So you can walk your right heel in, maybe find the floor with your back. So this is where your left knee might come off the ground. If it does, remember to please come back up. The other option is to actually reach forward, grab the right knee, and draw it into the chest. So breathing here, we're going to stay here for a few breaths. And yeah, I'm smiling because yeah, I feel it too, it's okay. It's a good stretch, feels good, but some of us might feel like Guantanamo Bay style torture, so take it where you want to. Take it where you feel is the most safe. Take one more big breath now in. As you exhale, release your right foot to the floor. This probably feels a little easier now as we drew the right knee in and now we'll release it back. Now forearms come to the floor. Lift your head, walk up onto the elbows. Now hands can come down to the ground. Come back up. Right shin's gonna actually come parallel to the floor. Inhale here. It's parallel to the short side of the mat. Right glute comes down. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Maybe onto blocks, maybe onto your elbows. So our goal here is to actually send your forehead to the floor. You might need to take a block to do so. Take a few breaths here. Elbows draw out, shoulders relax. Really try and snuggle up into this pose here, into this forward fold. Take 3 more breaths here. Last really big deep breath in. Exhaling out. Maybe removing the block now. Forehead can come to the ground. It's really a conversation that you're having with your body. If your body allows, we can come down to the floor. If it needs some more time, it will tell you. Take one more big breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, come all the way back up. Now this is where we can get deep into the hip flexor. Fingertips are gonna tent. Palms draw in, maybe lift from the hips. Draw your hips forward. It's almost like your hip bones want to draw forward. Really extend through the chest. Heart draws high. Really at the tips of my fingers here, drawing my hips forward. Yes, this is pretty intense for the lower back, so take a big breath here. Maybe one arm reaches back, and then exhale. Bend at the knee, bend at the hip, hands come forward. So now from this position, you're gonna place your right foot forward, roll over onto the right glute, left foot draws forward now. Right foot draws back. Take a few breaths here. Left knee is bent. A lot of the time I see this. What happens is you're actually compromising the inside and outside of the knee when you're doing so. If you needed to, you can always take a block, draw your hips higher. So take a few breaths here, take the time to get used to this position. Maybe after a while, you won't need the block anymore. Maybe coming down onto your hamstrings. There's a lot of maybes. Just really depends on how your body's feeling that day. Take a few breaths here. Last big breath in. Exhale. Hands can come out to the sides. Back can come down. Nice slow descent. Left knee might come in towards the chest. Interlace the fingertips, so you might start to see my right knee start to creep off the floor. If that happens, you might need to draw the foot closer to the ground. Big breath in. Exhale. Last big breath. Exhale, release your left foot down. Elbows come into floor. Forearms press down. Lift up off the ground. Forearms now planted, palms down. Inhale. Exhale. Left shin now is going to parallel to the left or the short side of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Glutes are evenly down. Block can come under forehead. Take your time. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders release. Elbows draw wider to help the shoulders relax. Inhale here. Exhale. Last big breath in. Exhale out. Removing the block. Maybe forehead touches the floor or to your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders relax more. Elbows wider. Last big breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, press back up. Hands come behind you. Fingertips draw out, palms draw in. Lift the hips up. Draw them forward. Big back bend here. Walk the hands in more. Tips of the fingers keep pressing down into the floor. Opposite arm can lift. Inhale. Exhale, bend at the knees, bend at the hip. Slowly come down. Feet draw forward. Legs are long. Just give them a few breaths here. Take some time. Inhale, arms up, staff pose. Exhale, forward fold, reach for your toes. Maybe you grab onto your shins to start today. Maybe you can walk your hands up your ankles, grab your feet. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe take peace fingers to big toes. Navel draws in, elbows draw wide. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Take 3 more breaths in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last big breath in and out. Inhale, arms all the way up. Cross right ankle in. Left foot draws right in front of the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come forward. Walk your fingertips as far forward as they can. Glutes stay down. Forehead can come down to the floor if it wants. 3 breaths here. Last big breath in. Exhaling. Right arm can thread the needle in this position. It gets a little bit more of an intensity in the left hip, so be gentle. Maybe right temple comes down to the floor and left fingertips can tent here. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Maybe eyes can close. Inhale. And exhaling. Coming slowly back up. Left palm comes in. Right fingertips next to left. Walk your hands in. Right fingertips now come to the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips tent. Inhale. Tall, tall spine. Exhale, press the back of the right hand into the left knee. Inhaling. And exhaling. As you inhale here, taller spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, use the back of the hand to twist behind you. Your neck just comes along for the ride. As you inhale, come back to center. Switch your front leg with your back. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Glutes stay down. One side might feel more sensation than the other. Just take the time to figure out which side is feeling what. Maybe forehead doesn't come down all the way on one side and it does the other. What really indicates which side is tighter. What side do we need to give a little bit more love to? Stay for a little bit more time in. 2 more breaths here. Exhaling. Last big breath. Right fingertips tent, arm is long. Left arm threads the needle. Left temple to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, twisting gently. 2 more breaths here. Last big breath. Right arm draws all the way up. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Fingertips tent behind you. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, twist. 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Last big breath in and out. Hands come forward to the knees. Shoulders draw back. 3 breaths here. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Last breath. Hands come to heart. Chin draws into chest. Thanking our bodies for bringing strength, our hearts for bringing some love, and our minds for giving us some peace today and maybe every single day. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and that you enjoyed your practice. Namaste.